Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. Wishing you a beautiful and very happy morning. Welcome back to the next lecture of English. Students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and you all are ready for this today's lecture. Are you all excited, students? This is the very first lecture of this academic year. Myself, Sumaya Khan, I will be your English teacher for the academic year 2021 and 22. So let's gear up and let's start. So, students, I'm going to start with poem 1.1. But as you all know, I always start with warming up activity, right? So, let's see what do we have in warming up activity. Unit number 1, poem 1.1, Where the Mind is Without Fear, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Let's have a glance at the warming up activity first. Pair up with your partner and match the terms with their given meanings. Okay, you just have to, what you have to do, you have to find out the meanings. This is very easy. I think you can do it by using the dictionary or few questions are the very easy. You can do it on your own. Look at the very first one. But yes, I am going to discuss answers with you. Humanism. What do you mean by humanism? See, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options are given. Which option will be correct, students? Come on, try to do it on your own. Yes, it's E. A rationalistic outlook towards humans rather than a divine or supernatural one. Second one, patriotism. The answer is C. Quality of being patriotic, मतलब देशभक्ति की भावना जिसको हम बोलते हैं. Vigorous support for one's country. Third one, internationalism. D will be the right answer. State or process of being international. Liberalism. B. Holding liberal views. Liberty. Liberal comes from liberty. Environmentalism. A. Concern about an action aimed at protecting the environment. Okay. Let's do the next question. Poem in English are of different types. See, English में poems होते हैं, but they are of different types. Suppose the first one is written. Taking the help of a dictionary internet, guess and write the type of poem against its description. Okay, the name of the poems are given over there. You just have to fill these blanks by putting them in proper blank. A long story poem, often mythical, called epic. पुरानी ज़माने की mythological, that is epic. A short story poem with a message, idyll. Poem of 14 lines, sonnet. A song-like poem, lyric. A poem with no uniformity of rhyme. See, there is no rhyme scheme, no rhyming words, no uniformity. That is free verse. A poem set in picture sequence, rustic background. That is the next, a 5-line short funny poem with rhyme scheme AABBA. Limericks. A poem written just to create humor, humorous poem. This is very easy. See, this is not related to any workshop. This is not related to the question and answers of that particular poem. But yes, this knowledge you should have about the poem, about the types of poem. Fine. So let's start with today's poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear. See, this is very, very patriotic poem, we can say, and very beautiful poem written by. Okay, students, tell me, who is the writer of our national anthem? Who has written our national anthem? Yes, answer is ready. Yes, it's none other than Rabindranath Tagore. He was very, very, what we can say, he was one of the freedom fighter of his time. He has done a great contribution. Okay, so let's start with the description. Rabindranath Tagore, 1861 to 1941, was the author of Gitanjali, and its profoundly sensitive, fresh and beautiful verse. He became the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. See, students, as we all know, before the independence, we all were having the life of slavery. Yes, we were the we were under the custody of British, right? We were like slaves, and they were the landlords. Okay, so it was not easy for everybody to get the knowledge, but still, in that crucial and very bad situation also, he has achieved Nobel Prize in 1913 and became the first non-European to win this particular award, to win this particular prize. It's a very big achievement for him. But do you think it was easy for him? Of course not. He might have struggled a lot. Let's see. This is one of his vastly read and discussed poem. It was originally composed in Bengali and later he himself translated into English. See, this poem was vastly read and discussed poem. It was originally composed in Bengali language. As we all know, Rabindranath Tagore, he belonged to Bengal, and later he himself translated into in English. Okay, his poem is from his Nobel Prize winning anthology गीतांजलि. See, from this book, पहले उसको बंगाली लैंग्वेज में लिखा और फिर उन्होंने ही उसको ट्रांसलेट किया इंग्लिश में. Okay, because it was very very famous and that novel was trending at that particular time. Then he has to translate. Tagore lived during the time when India was ruled by the British. Yes, as I told you. In this poem, besides political freedom from British, Tagore also appeals to God for social, educational, and economic freedom for the people of India. See, students, we all know that British were almost there for more than 300 years in our country. Yes, they ruled over us and they used to treat us like a slaves. We all know about this. So, politically, everything was in their hands. British, it was like a dictatorship that time. So, Rabindranath Tagore, he is praying to God that politically he wants freedom. But apart from that, he wants other freedom also. What is that other freedom? See, students, we live in India, right? Now modernization has arrived and the thinking of the people has become little bit modern. Okay, we are learning new things. But if you will go back, okay, 50, 60, 70 years back or 80 years back or 100 years back, there were many other social evils. What were those evils? Yes, they were social, educational, and economic. There was discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, sex, all such things. You are Hindu, you are Muslim, okay? Or you are a girl, you are a boy, or you are third gender. So there was discrimination on the basis of all such things. So he is asking for the freedom of such things also apart from political freedom. Okay? According to him, it is the nation is broken up. Nation जो है वो टूट गया है. How? On the basis of this. That's why he is asking for social, economical, and educational freedom. Let's move towards the poem and we will have a translation of each and every poem. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free. It's one of the prayer. Okay, he is praying to God that he want all these things. Okay, ये सब चीजें उसको चाहिए, प्रार्थना कर रहे वो गॉड से. Where the mind is free, where the mind is without fear and head is held high. He wants a nation where there will be no fear in the people's mind. And the head is held high means what? Dignity. Okay, the head should be always high with dignity. As I told you before only, slavery was very common. So he want to come out of that slavery. Where knowledge is free, where everybody should allow to get the knowledge. I told you before only, knowledge was not free for everyone. Okay, only rich people only the people, those who are belong to particular family, particular caste, they used to get the knowledge. Knowledge was not free for the people at all. So he is asking for the free knowledge. Knowledge should be free for everybody. ये प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं वो. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments. What do you mean by fragments, students? Into the small, small parts. According to him, the world has broken. दुनिया टूट चुकी है छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में. Why? On the basis of caste and creed. Now we are the nation of more than 1 million people. Okay, but still we are broken. Why? Into the fragments. कैसे? हम सब टूटे हुए. On the basis of caste. You are Bengali, you are Gujarati, you are Punjabi. Okay, you are from Manipur. So we all are broken into the fragments. Similarly, this is today's condition which I am telling you. But at that particular time also, people, they used to divide each other on the basis that you are Hindu, you are Muslim, you belong to some other caste. Okay, you are a girl, you are a boy, you are widow. Okay, all such things were there. Many narrow domestic walls means what? Division on the basis of religion, caste, class, and color. Even racism was also one of the factor in the societies and between the countries of the world. Okay, where the world has not been broken up into the fragments by narrow domestic walls. He's saying that God, give me the world where people will not be divided on the basis of their gender, on the basis of their caste, on the basis of their creed, or on the basis of their status or standard of living. Okay? हर चीज यहाँ पे क्या होनी चाहिए? सबके लिए एक जैसी समानता होनी चाहिए. Where words come out from the depth of truth and honesty should be there. Everybody should speak the truth without having any fear. Where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. What does it mean? Everyone should work hard to reach their goal and they should continuously strive towards perfection. Okay? After that, where the clear stream of reason, see, where tireless striving stretches, this is one of the figure of speech. Please underline this line. Tireless striving stretches its arms. The sound of S is repeated, so you can say this is alliteration. Okay? See, all such things happens in our life. This all happened. See, on the basis of Rajputs. These are the caste, Brahmins. इनके बेसिस पे लोग क्या करते थे? एक दूसरे को डिस्क्रिमिनेट करते थे. And it was, see, this is narrow-minded thinking, we can say, which people had. Okay? Next line. Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert and of dead habit. What do you mean by dead habit over here? Dead habit, old traditional rituals and customs. What that are harmful. We all know that sati pratha was there at that time. There were many different kinds of customs were there. Dowry, these were the all things which were there, which were playing like evil in that particular time. Okay, so he want freedom from all such things, not just from the British but also from all such things which are killing the nation. Okay, next. Where the mind is led forward by thee. Okay, thee God. Into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. What he is saying, he doesn't want all the bad things, he doesn't want any negativity in the nation. What he want is good thoughts, good words and good deeds. वो चाहता है कि ये सारी चीजें मिले उसे. Fine. So he is praying for these three things. What these three things? Good thoughts, good words and good deeds. Okay, he is fed up with the problems. What kind of a problems he is fed up with? That the country is divided on the basis of caste, creed. British are there. They are troubling. Okay, they are treating the people like a slave. But even the people, they don't have unity in them. Okay, लोगों में खुद में भी यूनिटी नहीं है, ब्रिटिश तो सता ही रहे हैं. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट इवन पीपल दे themselves have created all such problems on their own. If people will not have this unity, then how they will get the freedom over the British, right? This was the main issue of that particular time. And I hope you all are getting, this was the biggest issue. फ्रीडम तो चाहिए ही थी, फ्रीडम के अलावा भी और बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स जो हमारी कंट्री में थी. Why these problems were there? Just because of lack of education. People were illiterate. As I told you, it was not easy for everyone to get the knowledge, right? So, an old custom and what you'll say, false beliefs, blind faith, all such thing was very, very common. Okay? See children, there are many figure of speeches, it is a figurative language. So many figure of speeches are used throughout this poem. So let's have a glance which figure of speeches are used. See, dead habits are compared to a clear stream and dead habit is compared to dreary desert sand. So this is what, when there is a comparison, that particular figure of speech is called simile. Okay? When words are repeated, the figure of speech is called repetition. And when the sound is repeated, then it is alliteration. Okay, students? I hope you all have understood this beautiful poem which is written by, let's have a glance again. एक छोटा सा recap करते हैं. Rabindranath Tagore, who was he? He is the one who has written our national anthem, right? In the Bengali language. National anthem भी Bengali language में है. He was Bengali. Okay. He has written this, where the mind is without fear. This is taken from his famous book, that is Gitanjali. He is the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize for this particular poem. Okay. He want freedom from all such things, social, educational and economic. Okay, I told you before, people were divided on the basis of caste, creed. There was lack of education. British were there. Okay, they want political freedom also, but apart from political freedom, he wants social, educational and economical freedom also for his country. Okay, he want his countrymen to awaken in the heaven of freedom, where education will be free and people should not get divided on the basis of caste, creed, sex, gender. Okay, everybody should be treated equally before the law. ठीक है. What he want? He want good thoughts, good words and good deed. In short, he want happy ending, right? है ना? There's always happy ending we expect from the movies, we expect from everything. So even he is expecting happy ending. Okay, and he is praying to God. Fine. So here we finish with this particular poem. I hope you all have understood. This is very, very beautiful poem and very short poem. I hope you all are fine and taking care of yourself. Thank you so much, students. Take care. Bye.